Good morning. Thank you for coming in today. We're excited to learn more about your background. Can you start by telling us a little about your professional journey?
Good morning, and thank you for having me. Over the past 20 years, I've worked across various leadership roles in both large corporations and smaller growth companies. I started in operations management and gradually moved into strategic leadership, focusing on transforming business processes and driving growth. In my most recent role as a CEO, I led the company through a successful merger, significantly increasing profitability and expanding market share. My experiences have helped me develop a comprehensive understanding of both the strategic and operational challenges companies face.
That's impressive. As a managing director, you'll be overseeing many departments and stakeholders. How do you prioritize and ensure alignment between different teams?
Prioritizing and alignment are crucial. First, I believe in creating a clear vision and setting long-term objectives that are communicated across the organization. Once those are in place, I work closely with each department head to ensure their goals align with the overall business strategy. Regular cross-functional meetings are essential for fostering collaboration and addressing any concerns early. I also make sure there's a feedback loop so everyone has visibility into the company's progress and challenges.
It sounds like you're a strong communicator. Now let's talk about decision-making. As MD, you'll need to make tough decisions with significant impact. Can you give us an example of a difficult decision you've made?
Certainly. In my previous role, we were faced with a decision about whether to continue investing in a particular product line that had been underperforming. After analyzing the market trends and conducting a thorough risk assessment, I made the difficult decision to discontinue the product. While it was a tough choice because it affected a large portion of our workforce, it allowed us to reallocate resources to more promising initiatives and ultimately improved our bottom line. The key was ensuring the decision was data-driven and transparent with the team about the reasoning behind it.
That's a great example of leadership. Managing directors also need to maintain strong relationships with external stakeholders. How do you approach these relationships?
I believe in building genuine, long-term relationships based on trust and mutual benefit. I make sure I understand their priorities and challenges, and I regularly engage with them to ensure we're aligned on our goals. Whether it's investors, clients, or regulatory bodies, maintaining open lines of communication is critical. In the past, I've used quarterly meetings, one-on-one calls, and strategic workshops to ensure we're all on the same page and to foster a collaborative environment.
It's clear that relationship building is a priority for you. Looking at the future, what do you see as the biggest challenges facing companies in this industry, and how would you address them as managing director?
The biggest challenges I see are adapting to technological disruption and ensuring sustainability. Companies in our industry will need to embrace digital transformation to stay competitive. I would focus on driving innovation within the company, whether through investing in new technologies or streamlining operations. Additionally, sustainability is becoming a key focus for many stakeholders. As MD, I would advocate for a strategy that not only drives growth but also ensures we're operating in an environmentally responsible way, integrating sustainable practices into our core business.
Those are certainly important considerations. Finally, what motivates you, and how do you keep yourself and your team motivated through difficult times?
I'm motivated by challenges and the opportunity to make a meaningful impact. I thrive when I'm solving complex problems and helping the company grow. During tough times, I believe in leading by example and maintaining a positive outlook. I focus on transparency, keeping the team informed about the situation and our strategy to overcome it. It's also important to celebrate small wins and keep the team engaged. I find that when people see progress, even in difficult times, it boosts morale and keeps them focused on the bigger picture.
You mentioned innovation earlier, and it's a core part of what we're focusing on as we move forward. We are also placing a strong emphasis on employee development and aligning our leadership teams with the vision. The managing director role will evolve as we grow, expanding the focus on both internal capabilities and external market opportunities. Now, to build on that, how do you handle situations where team members or departments aren't aligned with the company's goals or vision?
Great question. Alignment issues can arise for various reasons: miscommunication, unclear goals, or even resistance to change. When this happens, I take a proactive approach. First, I ensure that the issue is fully understood. Sometimes it's about revisiting the company's vision or clarifying objectives. I schedule one-on-one conversations with the team members or department heads involved to understand their concerns or challenges. It's important to listen actively. After that, I facilitate a discussion to align everyone on the bigger picture, ensuring they see how their contributions directly tie into the company's success. Transparency, listening, and addressing concerns are critical here.
It sounds like you handle conflicts constructively. Speaking of that, have you ever had to manage a crisis or significant issue that threatened the company's operations? How did you handle it?
Absolutely. One example that stands out occurred when a key supplier unexpectedly went out of business, which impacted our production schedule and delivery timelines. We were facing significant customer dissatisfaction, and there was a risk to our reputation. My first step was to assemble a crisis management team, including key department heads like operations, procurement, and customer service. We immediately communicated with our customers to explain the situation and offered them alternatives or delayed deliveries where necessary. Simultaneously, we quickly secured alternative suppliers and adjusted our logistics to minimize disruption. It required quick thinking, open communication, and close collaboration with the team. By maintaining transparency with customers and acting swiftly, we were able to protect both our reputation and our bottom line.
That's a great example of your crisis management skills. Let's talk about your vision. As managing director, you'll need to balance long-term strategic goals with short-term results. How do you find that balance?
Balancing short-term and long-term objectives is crucial for any MD. I approach it by ensuring that the company's long-term vision is clearly articulated and that we break it down into actionable short-term goals. These shorter-term goals should serve as stepping stones toward the broader vision. I often ask, what can we do in the next quarter or year that moves us closer to our long-term strategy? These goals need to be measurable and align with the company's overall mission. Additionally, it's essential to maintain flexibility. While short-term results are necessary, we must be agile enough to pivot when the market or other external factors change.
That's a balanced approach. Now, in terms of innovation, how do you encourage a culture of innovation within your team?
Fostering innovation starts with creating an environment where risk-taking and creativity are encouraged. I make sure the team knows it's okay to experiment, fail, and learn from those failures. I also prioritize continuous learning, whether through internal training, attending industry conferences, or encouraging team members to share new ideas. It's important to lead by example and stay curious myself. When a team sees leadership pushing boundaries, it inspires them to do the same. At the same time, I make sure we have clear frameworks for evaluating and implementing new ideas so that innovation doesn't become a random or unfocused activity, but a strategic part of our business model.
Encouraging innovation while maintaining focus is important. Another key aspect of your role as MD will be managing and mentoring your leadership team. How do you approach developing leaders within your organization?
Developing future leaders is one of my top priorities. I believe in mentorship and hands-on coaching. I actively identify potential leaders within the organization and provide them with opportunities to grow, whether through leading key projects, managing larger teams, or even giving them exposure to different areas of the business. I also encourage regular feedback and self-reflection, helping these individuals assess their strengths and areas for development. By aligning their personal growth with the company's needs, I ensure we're building a leadership pipeline that's both capable and motivated.
It sounds like you invest a lot in leadership development. But what about your personal development? How do you stay sharp in such a demanding role?
Personal development is something I take very seriously. As MD, I need to be constantly learning and adapting. I stay informed by reading industry reports, books on leadership and business strategy, and attending relevant conferences and seminars. I also surround myself with mentors and peers, people I can turn to for advice, perspective, or simply a sounding board. I've always believed in the value of self-reflection and making time for regular assessments of my own leadership style. Ultimately, staying grounded and continuously evolving ensures I can provide the best direction for the company.
I appreciate that focus on personal growth. Let's shift gears a little. How do you view the company's role in social responsibility and sustainability, and how would you integrate that into your leadership?
As companies grow, their responsibility to society also grows. I believe businesses have an obligation to operate ethically, reduce their environmental footprint, and contribute positively to the community. For instance, in my previous role, I initiated several sustainability programs, ranging from reducing waste in our supply chain to investing in renewable energy sources for our operations. I also focused on creating an inclusive company culture and fostering employee well-being. As MD, I would look for ways to weave these values into the fabric of the company's operations and strategic plans, ensuring that our success is not only measured by financial outcomes, but also by the positive impact we have on society.
That's a strong approach. Lastly, let's talk about performance metrics. How do you evaluate the company's success, and what key performance indicators, KPIs, do you typically focus on?
I believe in a balanced scorecard approach to performance metrics. While financial performance such as revenue growth, profitability, and cash flow is critical, I also track other factors that indicate long-term success, such as customer satisfaction, employee engagement, and innovation outcomes. For instance, customer retention and Net Promoter Scores, NPS, provide insights into customer loyalty, while employee turnover and engagement surveys show the health of the organizational culture. I would also closely monitor operational efficiency metrics, like supply chain effectiveness and production timelines. By having a well-rounded view, we ensure that all parts of the organization are working toward the same overarching goals.
Excellent. Your comprehensive understanding of leadership, strategy, and sustainability is impressive. We really appreciate your insights today. Do you have any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Thank you for the opportunity to discuss these topics in depth. I'm really excited about the possibility of contributing to your organization's growth and vision. I believe that with the right strategy, empowered teams, and a culture of innovation, there's no limit to what we can achieve together. I'm looking forward to the chance to be part of this journey.